I'm just going to work through this worksheet on resistance, voltage, and current relationships. This is all based on Ohm's law, which is the connection between voltage, current, and resistance. So voltage is current times resistance, current is voltage over resistance, and resistance is voltage over current. Okay, so there are many ways of doing this. So here's your first one. We've got to get this voltage. So one way of figuring this out is this resistance is 3 times that, so the voltage will be 3 times that. Okay, because voltage and resistance are directly proportional provided the current is the same. So over here, this resistance is twice this. So this voltage 4 should be twice 2. Okay, that's one way. Or otherwise, if you just do voltage divided by resistance, 6 divided by 3 is 2, and 2 divided by 1 is also 2. So that's your current. Okay, and the same thing over here. Now this one is, let's figure out what is the current through, and then we can get the voltage. So current is voltage divided by resistance. So the current through this branch, 3 divided by 1 is 3 amps. And current times resistance, so 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, this is 12 volts. And so this is a series circuit. So the total voltage for this is 12 plus 3, 15 volts. Now here too, let's get the current. Okay, so the current over here is 4 divided by 2, which is 2 amps. And if this is 12 volts, 12 minus 4 is 8 volts. No, 8 volts here. And so if you know the voltage, if you know voltage and current, so you get 8 divided by 2, which is 4 ohms. Okay, and then this one is 6 volts. Okay, and there's your resistance. So in order to get the current is voltage over resistance. So 6 divided by 6 is 1 amp. And you know that current times resistance is voltage. So your current is 1 amp. And then in order to get the voltage, 1 times 2 is 2 volts, and 4 times 1 is 4 volts, and 4 plus 2 is 6 volts. So you get that. Okay, over here, so let's get the voltage. So voltage is current times resistance. So the voltage across this is 2 times 3, that is 6 volts. This also has to be 6 volts. So if this is 6 volts, current is voltage over resistance. So 6 divided by 6 is 1 amp. Okay, and then over here, so let's get the voltage. Voltage is current times resistance. So 2 times 8 is 16 volts. So this also has to be 16 volts. And current is voltage over resistance. So 16 divided by 2 is 8 amps. Then over here, let's get the voltage. So 4 times 2 is 8 volts, because voltage is current times resistance. So this will also be 8 volts, because voltage in a parallel circuit is the same across every branch. And current is voltage over resistance. So 8 divided by 8 is 1A. And then the current that's coming out of the battery is these two added together. So that will be 5 amps. Then this one here, let's get the voltage first. So voltage is current times resistance. So 2 times 6 is 12 volts. So this will also be 12 volts. And current is voltage over resistance. So voltage is 12 divided by 2, which is 6 amps. And this one here, you just add the 6 and the 2, we get 8 amps. Okay, and then this one here. So there's 6 amps coming over here. Now the thing is, a current divides in inverse proportion of the resistance. So bigger the current, smaller the resistance. So 2 parts, so 6 amps is divided in the ratio of 2:1. So 2 parts goes here and 1 part goes here. So 4 amps goes there and 2 amps goes there, and it has to add up to 6, because 4 times 2 is 8 and 2 times 4 is also 8. Okay, Now this one here, so let's get, so if 1 amp is going there and 3 amps are coming out, so if there's 3 amps here, 1 amp goes there, the remaining goes here. So 3 minus 1 is 2 amps is the current there. And let's get the voltage. Voltage is current times resistance. So voltage 1 times 2 is 2 volts. So this is also 2 volts. So resistance is voltage divided by current. So 2 divided by 2 is 1 ohm. And then this one here, the voltage of the source is 9 volts. What is the voltage across each lamp? So each lamp will be 9 volts because it's a parallel circuit. If the current through the source is 1.5 amps, so there's 1.5 coming out of here. It's going to split into 3 equal parts. So this will be 0.5, 0.5, and 0.5 amps. And then for the series circuit, the voltage across the source is 9 volts and the current through the source is 1.5 amps. So the current everywhere will be 1.5 because the current in a series circuit is the same.